What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814EDC, and today I have a very quick, very exciting unboxing to do for you guys today. Before we get into all that, the unboxing knife is the Quiet Carry Drift LC. My fiance and I just went home for the weekend, saw our families, and she had her bridal shower, and the Drift LC went home with me. It was one of the two knives I took home with me. So I've been carrying this and fidgeting with it a lot. I don't know. I don't like it as much as like the normal Drift with Van X and stuff like that. But I will say it's a very good knife. It's a very fidget friendly knife. And while I don't love it, I like it a lot. It's a good knife. So that is the unboxing knife today. But the package is coming in from Dave Warren. He is the man behind Tuya Knives here in the United States. And you guys are probably pretty familiar with Tuya Knives. I have reviewed, I think, 3 of them now. I think the first one was the Big Belly, which was the crossbar lock with the, I think it was an integral, like G10 kind of. It was a cool knife. Then I checked out the NVV4, which was a really, really cool knife. I liked that one a lot. Had a Warncliffe style blade, frame lock, had a, I think Purple Haze Fat Carbon S90V, really, really cool knife. And then most recently I checked out the Jim Skelton or Skelton Blade Works design Kaladin through Tuya. It was like a collaboration between the two. And I like that one a lot too. Just a big knife. If they made a smaller version, I think I would have liked it a little bit more. But I still really like that despite how big the size was. Now this package is containing their newest knife, which is a collaboration between Dave and Colin over at CM Knife Designs, which is who is partnered with Devo, Kevin over at Devo Knives. So Colin kind of has his, he has his own designs, which he does a lot with Kubi. He probably has 3 or 4. I've had a handful of them in on the channel and in my collection before. Really, really cool knives. I like his designs a lot. Then of course he has, the Devo designs with Kevin, and now he has a design with Dave over at Tuya. And actually with the NVV4, I believe Colin designed that blade shape for Dave. So I'm assuming that sort of, that partnership there, worked its way into this knife here. Now this knife is not out yet. So this is a, like I said, brand new model. I am filming this on Monday, August 14th. This knife is going live on the 18th of August. So that is the end of the week, Friday or Saturday. I can't do math right now. Try to look on my watch here. I don't know. I've never actually looked on the calendar on my watch. It's either Friday or Saturday, but I will leave a link to Tuya Knives down below. Go to their website, and I think Dave told me to join their email list because he will give out specific details when it's dropping. But it is dropping on the 18th. Now you're probably wondering how I got this, knife early. I just reached out to Dave. I shot him a message on Instagram, and I think because he hadn't responded to me for a while on Instagram, it was a couple weeks. Some people might not message a whole lot on Instagram, which I totally get. I just went onto the website and I shot them an email. I just explained, who I was, my YouTube channel, and I just explained I had checked out a few other models before, and I really, really enjoyed them, and I saw that this was coming out, of course, in collaboration with him and Colin, and I had liked the looks of it, and I basically asked him if I could get one loaned out to me to get, check out for you guys on the channel. And Dave was gracious enough to say, no, you can just keep it for your collection. And, you can just help out, give some information on the drop and try to spread the word a little bit about it. So Dave, if you are watching this, I am, grateful for that. That is very, very generous for you. And I'm super duper pumped. I kept checking the mail. Well, I didn't check the mail, but I kept looking at my phone to see when it was updated. And we got out of work a little bit early today because it started raining. So I knew that this was coming today. So I ran home, got a quick shower, and by the time I got out of the shower, it was in my mailbox. So I'm super duper excited. This is probably one of the most exciting knives I've, wanted to check out this year. Little thank you note from Dave, which is really, really nice. And this is kind of my first time talking to Dave and communicating with him. He has been very, very responsive with emails. He's been very, very easy, very friendly to talk to. He seems like an awesome person, and I've heard that from so many other people as well. And I think Tuya Knives is in great hands here in the U.S. with Dave. And fun fact, he's actually, I think, working on a storefront for Tuya Knives and other, I don't know if it's other knives, if he's going to be like a full-fledged retailer. But he is working on a storefront, I believe, in Tennessee or Kentucky. I think it's Kentucky, but don't quote me on that. But I will also try to leave a link to Tuya Knives USA Instagram page down below. If you guys are interested, I highly suggest going over there. There's some other cool stuff coming down the pipeline. But here is the knife. Comes in a hard shell box, which is pretty standard for Tuya Knives, which is really nice. Just nice to have a few of these laying around. Tuya knife, Dave Warren. There is I don't know if that's Dave's specific email, but there it's listed down below. Ooh, baby, and here is the knife, guys. So like I said, the name of this is the Mutt. I'm not sure how how the name came out of the collaboration between the two. I never thought to ask him that, but right away I'm already liking the size. This is a little bit smaller of a knife. I believe the blade is right at 3 inches. So it's, you guys know I love blade sizes this size. Get all this wrapped away. Before I show you guys the knife, get a quick little drink here. If you guys have ever had this before, leave a comment down below, because I just found this stuff out like last week. The school we're putting the roof on, there's a convenience store like right across the street, and one of my coworkers would always have these. So I just asked him about them, and I was like, hey, like what are they and whatnot. And one day he went over during break and he brought me one back, and I'm addicted. This one is Cherry Blast. The first one that I had from him was mixed berry or something like that. It was so good. I mean, these are very sugary, which kind of sucks because I've been trying to work on, drinking a lot of sugar-free drinks, sugar-free Dr. Pepper, sugar-free Snapple, stuff like that, water. But there is a lot of sugar in these, but oh my gosh, are they just amazing. I've only had this one and the berry one so far, but they are 10 out of 10s. And they have like 10, 12 different flavors. So I can't wait to check them out and to try them all. But if you guys are familiar with them and, have had them before, leave a comment down below. I believe I saw on Google when I looked them up, I think they're part of Fago's group, which I love Fago as well. But it's just kind of one of those pop brands. It's like you can't go into a typical grocery store or a Walmart and buy them. They're at like kind of the mom and pop grocery stores, or like the lesser known brand sort of. But regardless, they're so good, and I just had to plug them real quick on here. But back to the knife itself. Here is the Mutt, guys. You guys can see right away. Flipper tab, has a hole for deployment. Now the cool thing about the Mutt is it has a shield. So it's kind of taking a page out of like a traditional knives book, which is cool. You have a modern folder with modern materials, but you have a shield on there. And I think that is really cool. You kind of have the little cutouts right there, which is, reminds you of like a bolster. And then I believe this is, I don't know if this is Toxic Storm Fat Carbon or Jungle Wear. It kind of has yellowy in there as well. So I would say it's probably Jungle Wear. The inlays are raised, which is kind of cool. You don't really see that too often. Most of the time you see knives that are, with the inlays that are flush with everything like that. But I kind of like the idea of having raised inlays. It's just different. You have a milled titanium pocket clip on the side here. I believe it's only, I think it's only ready carry, but nice milled clip. Bolster lock. Here is Colin's. If my camera will focus. I don't think my camera is going to focus or not, but CM knife design, that's Colin's. We'll give it a flip. Comes out there super nice. Beautiful sheep's foot style blade. Has a little bit of a worn clip to it as well. There is the DW for Dave Warren, and it is in S90V. So another Tuya knife in S90V, which is really cool. It's just a very clean design. I can get all 4 fingers on here without, feeling too super stressed. Then you can choke up here onto the slipper tab. Very, very comfortable. Like I said, it's just a good size all around. Very usable blade shape. Nice and thin behind the edge. Blade stock thickness is kind of in the middle, maybe a little bit chunky. But again, it comes down to a pretty thin edge, which is nice. No blade play. Very smooth. can do it lefty. Very, very smooth, which is nice. You do have a flipper tab down here, so that will hit your thumb. But right away, I mean, I can tell it's very, very buttery. So the middle finger flick flies right out of there. Thumb flick comes out of there. Not the easiest because you have this, you know, thinner style hole. You can do it. Try a slow roll. Fires out of there. That flipper tab works very well. I'll have to get used to where to place my thumb on this bolster lock, but dead centered, great detent, great closing action. Yeah, I really like this. I would definitely say it's living up to the hype that I kind of, you know, set for itself. Just a nice, small, classy EDC, and I don't have or have ever had anything, I don't believe, in this sort of fat carbon, which is cool. So it'll be a welcome addition to the collection. See if I can drop my thumb down lower. Oh, there we go. That was very smooth. So if I drop it down low enough, it'll come, the flipper tab will come past my thumb, and it still is okay to not hit my cuticle, which is nice, because sometimes when you have to drop your thumb down super far, the blade will swing shut right onto your cuticle. I don't know if that's something else that you guys have noticed before with knives, but that's something I've always picked up on. Try to drop it down. There we go. So if I drop it and kind of turn my thumb, that works very, very well. Flipper tab just works so well. Middle finger flick works well. Yeah, I think this is a really, really good knife, guys. Right away, I mean, I think it's going to be a winner. I think my review is going to be very positive. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, Dave sent this to me for free. I'm trying to be transparent, and if I find something with this knife that I don't love, I'm going to tell you guys. But right off the bat, you know, fit and finish is really nice. It has a good weight to it. There isn't a whole lot of milling going on. This is number 87 out of 107, which is cool. You guys can see up in there if it focuses. It says Tuya, and then it's numbered. So numbers are limited. I believe there are 3 different versions of this. So there is this one, I'm going to call it Toxic Storm Fat Carbon because you do have the yellow in there. You have this version. You have some Nebula Fat Carbon, which is really, really nice with the blue and red and white all swirled together. And then you also have another green, but I think it's just green, no yellow. So I don't know if that would be Jungle Wear. But like I said, links will be in the description down below to Tuya Knives website as well as their Instagram. These are going live on the 18th. I think they might be available at White Mountain Knives, might have them in. But if you want the most up-to-date information, go to the website, sign up for the email listing, and then Dave is going to send out a mass email with specs on, you know, when these are going to drop exactly, probably at what specific time, how much. That is one thing I don't know. I asked for specs and price. He gave me some specs on them, but he did not say them, you know, mention the price to me. So I cannot give you guys an update on that. But I'm sure he will tell you in the email that he sends out. And also go follow the Instagram because he does post pretty frequently on there, whether it be on the stories or his page in general. But yeah, I think this is going to be a winner. I'm happy for Dave. I'm happy for Colin. I think this is one of the better knives in the Tuya lineup, and Tuya has been very, very good recently. So this was my unboxing of the Tuya Knives Colin Masonpierre CM Knife Designs collaboration Mutt. Fantastic little folder. Very nice gentleman carry, and this is going to be a very welcome addition to my collection. I already know it. And yeah, so leave a comment down below. Do you guys like the model? Do you think you're maybe going to pick one of these up? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Hopefully it's all positive because I think this knife is really cool. But yeah, leave something down below and I will comment back to you guys. But I'm going to wrap this up now. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. We are 4 subs away from 1,000. I don't have the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, you know, ready to go right yet or filmed or anything like that. But once, that's probably gonna be something I do this week because if I, you know, hopefully by the end of the week I have 1K in the bag. But thank you guys again so much for watching. If you guys are new here, please consider clicking subscribe. You know, try to make videos every week. And yeah, we have some good content coming down the pipeline. So, but I'm gonna wrap this up now. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your morning, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.